Hey YouTube, it's your girl, Shari Nicole. I decided to get on camera because I wanted to have a chit chat with you guys. But my fact of it is, yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to all you people that have mothers or are mothers. I no longer have my mother, and I'm not a mother. So I had to pick a way to celebrate Mother's Day. Went to church, got a rose, and we had a fellowship dinner, and that was nice. Then I went over to my friend's house for a couple of hours, and we talked. I accept that my mother's no longer here. I accept that I will no longer have her hugs. I accept that I will no longer have her conversations. But most of all, I accept not seeing her presence, not having her in the room, not able to conversate with my mother. I accept those things. I also accept that heaven was real and my mother had to go. She didn't have a choice in the matter. Her and God had a conversation, and God won in this conversation. So I've been without my mother since 2005. Yes. And it was hard. But I, this year, decided to embrace the mothers around me. By that, I mean, I decided to figure my way around the situation. I went and got a friend of mine a Mother's Day card because she's been a mother, whether we want to talk about it or not. When I needed her in my darkest hour, she showed up. So a lot of things I'm going through, I decided I won't sleep on them. I'll stand on them. I'll still have my mother in my heart. I'll still remember her hugs and, little things she used to do for us. But one of my mother's favorite things she did for us, having outside picnics. They'll always be in my heart. They'll always be in my soul. And one of her favorite things in the whole wide world is having lemon cookies. So every now and then I stop and have a lemon cookie for my mother. Every now and then I stop and I breathe the fresh air in for my mother. Because that was one of the things she loved doing. Or sometimes I might just go for a car ride, just thinking about my mother. When you thinking about your mother, for those that lost your mother, I want you to remember the good times and some of y'all arguments. And some days y'all just sit up there and just looked at each other and realize y'all look just like each other. Sometimes you got to hold on what God gave you. God gave me wonderful years with my mother. And some of them we didn't get along. And some of them we did. And most people tell me I look just like my mama. So that's what I hold on to. Because that was my journey and my story. I know a lot of y'all like, what? That's because you have your mother. Hold on. Hold her real tight. Tonight when you go to bed, squeeze your mama like you ain't never squeezed her before. Put that kiss on the cheek. Yeah. Tell her you love her. Because I got to experience death. I had to watch my mother die. And they kept saying, she's going to die tonight. She's going to die tonight. So that means I had to sit in a room and go back and forth. My mama went from a house to the nursing home to the hospital. So in my mind, I watched my mother die. So when I got to the hospital, she was laying on the table with her mouth open. Yes, she was. Am I sad my mother's gone? I used to be. I don't cry for my mother no more. She's not a part of this world no more. She's no longer suffering, and she's no longer worrying about the problems of this world. My mother's free. I thank God he took my mother because she's not in pain no more, and my mother's not walking around here wondering what bills she got to pay next, wondering who's going to love her, wondering who's going to hurt her. My mama's free from that. So that's what I carry. I remember her smile. I remember her playing The Temptations. And one of her favorite songs, A Clean Up Woman. If you don't know that song, go Google it. Because that was her jam on Saturday. She played the Saturday blues. That was my mother. But most of all, my mama loved a casino. Yes, she did. She didn't care what you said to her. She was going to the casino once she took care of all her personal business. And she was a hard-working woman. That was my mother. And when she left me, God already told me the journey my mama would be on, and not to cry for it, but celebrate for it. Because one of these days, I'm going to see my mother. No need to cry. No need to shed tears. You're going to see your mother one day. So to all those women and the people that ain't have mothers on Mother's Day, I say to you, hold your head up high. Because your mother don't want you walking around moping and crying. Smile for your mother. I did. I smiled for my mother. I enjoyed the day. I was going to go to the cemetery